What is going on, guys? It's DeeO here with Return of DeeO Gaming here on YouTube, playing some MX Bikes. Demo just came out, as you're seeing this probably yesterday, but today as I'm playing it. And as I hop into this, I did a full video only knowing how to use the keyboard. I couldn't get my controller to work, and then I finally figured out my controller, and I did it. I played the game for about 5 seconds with the controller, so I'm pretty much going in blind with the controller. But here we go, MX Bikes. This hand looks huge. Settings, I'm gonna hop in here real quick. If you are gonna use a controller, come up and hit calibration, and then you get your controller, everything going. Hit all your buttons, and there you can see, what is that one? Who knows? Oh, there we are. Just make sure it's all running, and then you can click and actually change all your controls. So lean I have on my left analog stick. Throttle I have on my right trigger. Brake is going to be on my right bumper, like your right hand side where your front brake is. Rear brake is going to be my left trigger. Clutch, left bumper. Forward, backward, lean right or backward, that's my right analog stick pulling back. Left, right, lean, that's going to be my left analog stick, left and right. Or no, that's going to be my right. I lied to you. My lean is going to be my left and right up here. I have this enabled. I haven't messed with any of this other stuff. I actually have the automatic shifting on to make it a little easier for myself. Sit, I have as my left analog stick pushing in. When you crash, you have to hit reset, so I have that as my A button. Tear off, I have as my Y button. Raise arm is X, and win gesture is B on my Xbox controller, just for fun. You can see here, you know, I jacked all this up pretty high to get it all good. My computer can run all this. There's probably other stuff I could mess with, but I'm not too worried. And then here you can see I have the shift, the clutch. I've turned off all of this. Wheelie help is one thing I might suggest, but I'm going to try it without. I turned the field of view all the way up. Definitely way better for me. And show best line is like Forza. You actually have a line on the track to follow. But let's hop in. I know you guys want to actually see the game. We only have one track to choose from, so here we go. And as I already stated a few times, I've already done this video. I did a full video review using the keyboard, and then I learned how to use the controller. So I'm not even going to post that other video because it was awful because I couldn't ride the bike. But so right off the bat here, there are 3 different camera views. So you have a third person, which I don't like. I like it on Reflex, but I don't like it on Sim. I don't like it on MX Bikes. You have this one, and then you have another version that's this. This one, okay, I'm leaning forward and backward right now. It's hardly changing anything. When you're in this view, you can actually see that it moves you forward and back. So I like that a lot more. So see if I can turn down the volume real quick. I'm like yelling over it. It's already down a little bit. All right, hopefully that'll be a bit better for myself and you guys. So here we go. This is so much better. Okay, for some reason my controller keeps doing that. I set it one way and then I have to reset it when I get into the game. Like it wants to go the other way. It wants to do right is left and left is right. So there we go. To me, it kind of feels like MXS, where MX Simulator arcade mode, where you have to keep leaning into a corner. If you let off, then the bike stands right back up, and it's really frustrating. I'm trying to sit. I don't know. Sit's not seeming to change anything. I wonder if it'll change anything in third person. Doesn't look like it, so let's hop back in here. Alright, so here we go. You can see the crap on the screen already. You do hit the tear off button to pull that off. Why? There we go. So there it disappears. This is so much better with the controller. I was getting so mad with the keyboard. It seemed more rage inducing than MX Simulator. I'm not saying this is better or anything, but it's actually playable now. So don't try this with a keyboard. It's just going to be a bad time for you. So let's break into this corner. I had such silly crashes. I might just have a little clip of it just to show you guys how bad it was going. I didn't even make it this far. Oh geez, the bike just worked back hard. So you can crash, it kicks you into third person, and then it just sits here until you hit your reset button. So let's see here. So I have wheelies off, so you know the front end kind of comes up on you some. From what I've seen, and I even watched, the trailers of the game with the actual creator playing, there's not really any whips quite yet. Oh geez, there's scrubs, unless you get ejected off the bike sideways like that. So for now, I'm just really trying to, stay straight in the air and keep going and figure out these corners. So I cannot explain to you how much better it is with the controller. I mean, it's probably the same going from reflex. Look at that, pulling a tear off in air, even though there's no animation for it. Going from reflex to on the keyboard to a controller or sim or anything, it's just going to be like that, I'm not real sure the best tactics for getting through the corners and everything, as far as leaning forward or weighting the outside peg or anything. I don't know. This is just... I was so negative about it in my other review because I was using the keyboard and it was not any fun. But this actually feels kind of good, and I had low expectations. A lot of people have been asking me about this game in my streams and stuff, asking if I'm going to play it and asking if I've been following it, and I hadn't been. Then someone tweeted me the first person view of it. I haven't been using my other lean. I've only been using the main lean, and I don't know how to back up. And I just said it kind of looks like a crappy MX simulator, and I know that's pretty harsh, but I feel that's who their competitor is MX Simulator, and MX Simulator has had years and all this community content to keep it sick, so it's really hard for a new player to jump in the game and or a new rival MX game to jump in to the simulation MX PC land and try their hand at it. So I mean, it's hard to compete with MXS, but I guess for this being a beta demo, this is a pretty solid start now that my controller is working. I'm in a lot better mood about it. And I kind of have the same mistakes, it seems, as I do on MX Simulator, where I just get into a corner and just kind of lean in too far and just kind of fall off the edge like a gooner. I'm really only using the one lean, though, like I do in MXS. So that's using both leans. You can weight in the outside peg, leaning your body away from the bike. Come in, and I still went down, but it seems like that might be a good option. I'm gonna hop into third person here because I know a lot of people are going to want to see this, so third person is always way harder for me to play in these simulation games, but see what we can do here. You can see the rider leaning and everything. You can put up your hand like if you're gonna pull off the track, and there's a win gesture as I crash. Perfect. I wanted to show you guys, though I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, winning. I couldn't get the angry gesture or the complaining gesture to work for whatever reason, so I was kind of bummed about that. Let's try and at least hit a few jumps and a few corners in this view, though. Oh, crashed pretty hard. That was a strange crash sound, too. It has that counter steer that MXS has, where when you first turn left, it turns right first, and you kind of have to overcome that. And like that, come on. So that's kind of a weird feeling at first. Let's see. So I'm leaning the bike to the right, leaning the rider to the left there. You can kind of see his body positioning. I don't know if that's working for me or not. I don't know. I guess this is a solid start, though. The graphics are pretty good. It's just a lot of... I mean, the leaning I don't like. It's just like from his shoulders up, as you can see me dancing around with him here. And maybe if there are more ruts that could kind of grab you. But it's a solid start. Like I said, my other review was so negative because the controller or the keyboard controls were just awful. But this makes the game a lot more manageable. And you can see when you're in third person, you don't have all the dirt on your screen, but first person definitely gets it. So we'll find a jump here, pull a tear off. You don't have to do it over to a jump, but come on, that's the cool way to do it. So I'll do it over this next one here as I boner air it. Oh man, just a little. I felt the groove on that, and obviously not happening. But I will have a download link for this down in the description. Check it out if you have a PC. Their minimum specs for it are pretty low, so even if you have a laptop or something, it's a free beta download. Give this game a shot and just see what your initial impressions are, and leave a comment. Have you played this game? Or are you playing? Oh, I don't know how I got so far sideways, and that's the first time I've seen that score. That pit board. I guess that's the first actual lap I've completed so far. That's actually really funny. Let's see if I can do another one. You guys probably don't want to see that much, but I encourage you, if you have a PC at all, to download this for free, see if it'll run on yours. If not, you know, you're no better off, but give it a go. And tell me your impressions. And definitely, if you have a controller, it's going to make this way better. I don't know why I keep getting sideways on these jumps. It's not like I'm trying to whip or anything. But here we go. So you can see me really struggling with that. The bike wants to cut back as I'm trying to turn softly around corners. It's just jarring back the other way, and it's a real pain in the ass. It's like when you're going slow. Once you get a little bit of speed going, it doesn't affect you as bad, luckily, because that'd be super frustrating. Grab this outside rut. It's just weird how the bike kind of leans away from you, how the camera stays centered and the bike leans to either side and sways away from you. It's almost like you're not sitting on top of the bike. The bike's I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but pull a tear off there real quick. And crashing going into the corner. At least you can reset fast. I'm sure once they start doing online racing and stuff, that won't be available. You'll have to play out your crash like simulator and then get back up on. But it is oh my gosh, it is a really good feature, in my opinion, when you're trying to learn the game like this. So you're not spending most of your time on the ground waiting for it to right itself 100%. And I haven't waited long enough to see if you ever do. I always just reset myself. So let's see here, get into this corner and crash again. Really going to take some finesse. I think I'm coming in too hot, trying to play this too much like reflex or something. Not enough coming in and just leaning a bit, then getting on the gas, you know. Really playing it like a simulator, like it needs to be. I like how the brake squeaks. That's pretty funny. But there is some pretty good looking graphics. I mean, nothing mind-blowing, but I'd say much better than stock simulator. If you ever played the stock simulator tracks like Rabbit Hill and stuff, this definitely blows that away without a doubt. So a solid start. I think it'll be interesting to see what MX bikes will do, and this beta did exactly what it was intended to do for me, which is create some excitement for the game and really get the name out there. Because I'd heard about it in my streams, like I said, but I never followed anything for myself on it. At first, I didn't have a PC, and then once I had a PC, I just didn't care. And as bad as that sounds, that's just completely true how it was. So there we go. There's our other lap. Let's do a quick switch camera here and do another quick wind gesture. Pull up our hand, show that we're pulling off the track, and end it there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Check out the download link down in the description to get this, and let me know in the comments what you think, if you played it, or what you think about my video, just your thoughts on what MX bikes can become. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and until next time, take it easy. If it's easy, take it twice. I'll talk to you later.